By the way, I just heard on the wrap-up show, Fafa Thui has some small desire to throw another first pitch.
What?
Yes. I mean, that's what I said.
What?
I was like, what?
I can't imagine why he'd want to revisit the single most humiliating moment in his life.
He thinks if he goes out and throws another pitch, it'll make this one go away.
Right.
This one is never going away.
By the way, I don't think that, Robin, but a lot of people around me are trying to convince me of that because they want to see me make a fool of myself.
Yeah, there's no upside because, Gary, if you even throw a perfect pitch, they're still going to go, but look at his first time he did it.
I had that thought for like a half a second on the wrap-up show, and then I was over it in 10 minutes. But the guys on the show were like, no, imagine the redemption. You go out there and you do it. I go, it's just another reason for them to show the first pitch.
Why did you?
There's no upside.
What were you thinking when you were kind of contemplating throwing the first pitch? Were you having a fantasy that you'd go out there and throw a great pitch and all would be forgiven?
I still know I could do better, but yeah, I don't want to get into the. I don't want to even go down that road anymore.
If you want to consider the second time trying it, he did do it again on Jimmy Kimmel's television show live.
And messed up again.
He hits a woman in the audience with the ball in the head.
I did it in high heels on the Jimmy Kimmel show and had no problem putting
That's
it right
true.
in Jimmy's glove.
I know.
And I didn't practice. I don't throw balls. I don't do anything.
Gary, you were really mad at Jimmy Kimmel for making you do that, right? He kind of put you on the spot.
I was at one point. I got over it.
Why didn't you hit him, not that woman?
Yeah.
Robin, if you stand there with a bit, I'm sure I can hit you right in the face.
10 years later, news anchors are still goofing on Gary.
I know. And they're never going to give that up.
Anchor Raul Martinez showed tape of himself throwing out the first pitch. Another anchor then mentioned Gary's pitch. So even when these guys are just talking about something completely other than Gary makes his way in.
Right. Look at this. I got a little shot. Look at the off speed, right? Oh, over the plate.
If you follow the Howard Stern show, Baba Booey had one of the greatest first pitches ever. 2 or 3 hops before it got to the...
Thanks, Wolf.
I mean, that was just recently.
Well, not only was it 2 or 3 hops, it went away from the home plate. It trailed off somehow.
I meant to do that.
A football player named Denard Robinson botched his first pitch. A news anchor referenced Baba Booey when discussing the pitch.
It's amazing how hard that is to do.
One bad step there, and all of a sudden you're Baba Booey.
that is true.
Gary hates that anchors goof on him, right, Gary?
Well, I just think that all these guys are, big shots until, even Robin, I'd like to see you go out in front of a whole crowd. Not that you said you could do it, but, everybody's a big shot when they're on the air.
At a recent Chicago White Sox game, an employee at the ballpark was given a chance to throw out the first pitch. She accidentally hit a cameraman right in front of her. Of course, Gary's pitch was mentioned in the story.
Let's watch it one more time. Oh, that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
You released it just a little bit late.
It starts out and it doesn't look that bad.
Oh, Howard Stern's producer, Gary Dell'Abate, back in the day, he threw one that was one for the ages, too. Just awful. He practiced and practiced. Man, under pressure.
I mean, that'll be part of your obituary when you die.
The world's shittiest pitcher.
Well, don't you believe it would be in his obituary?
I'm not sure.
I think it would be.
I think people would feel bad enough to keep it out of his obituary.
But they'll say it as a fun thing, like, hey, Howard Stern's longtime producer, Gary Baba Booey Dell'Abate, known for not only his work on the radio, but also for his legendary bad pitch when he threw out the first pitch in a Mets game.
I don't think it's out of the question that it would turn up in there.
I think it will.
Could you die, Gary, so we can say?
Oh.
And it'll be like, people who throw horrible pitches across America in his honor are called the Baba Booeys. Like, there might even be a cult. Mamet was telling me he really thinks Gary should throw the first pitch.
The whole office is pulling for him, honestly. It would be the funnest, coolest thing ever if Gary did it.
Are you saying it because you want to see him fail, or are you saying...
That would be great. That would be funny, but I would also like to see him succeed, too. I think it would be cool. I think it would be great for the show.
It would be big.
But if I did it and I killed it,
would be
right?
huge.
Everyone would be like, so what?
What do you think he should do, Sal?
He shouldn't do it again.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely not. Because I think he's going to do it really, really well. And then he's going to just brag about it and gloat that he did it well and he made a mistake. I think he should definitely not do it.
You wouldn't want to see me succeed, Sal.
I would. But you fucking up is you succeeding.
This is so much fun that Gary fucked it up, that if he did it well, then it would dissipate.
Like when you see a clown at a circus, if it doesn't fuck up and fall down and slip, you're not laughing.
Right.
But I don't think anybody will ever remember Gary throwing a good pitch.
I agree, Robin.
But the thing is, Gary Howard just said that announcers say, I could do it. Gary said that for years before this pitch.
You said that he was acting like a big shot before his first pitch.
Yes,
Like,
that's what Gary fails to realize. You said it, Gary. You said you could do it. And you said I threw like a girl and Jason threw like a girl and we were incompetent.
You're right.
And then you went out there and made the biggest shithead out of yourself. So, touche
I didn't know about all that.
to me.
It's true. Like, he used to goof on the way you threw.
Yes.
Now
As a
he
matter of
can't.
fact, I think I could pitch better than Gary, and I've never thrown a ball in my life.
Did you
Right.
just say touche to me?
To myself.
So you're saying Gary no longer can be bragging in the halls how he's so great at
Not
it.
at all. Not only did he
Compared to
screw
you
up at
and
City
Jason.
Field, which was
Right.
a tremendous amount of pressure. Okay, I'll give him that much. Then Jimmy Kimmel, a small little studio.
Right.
What does he hit? He hits a lady out of all people. I mean,
In the head.
yeah, there was a giant stage there. He could have went over them. He hit a poor, helpless lady in the head.
She was
Don't do this.
nowhere near Jimmy Kimmel.
She was in Wisconsin.
All right. Thank you, Sal.
Go ahead.
All right. There's Sal weighing in.